All right, and to do this, you really want to convert this percentage into a fraction, which I will do. It's 15 over 100. Okay. But then you're multiplying by 300. Now, before you multiply the top, you should try to cancel. And sometimes I think you look at this and you don't realize that the 100 really could go over here to the right. Like it could be underneath the 300. Do you see how I moved that? Well, a multiplication is what's called commutative. So like think of something really simple, like 4 times 5 is the same as 5 times.
Is it like cross multiplying?
That's when you have an equals. Here you can just change the place. You can put the 100 on the right and the 1 on the left.
Can you always do that?
For multiplication, yes.
Just switch the two bottom denominators?
Yes.
No, yeah.
And what helps is that you see that the zeros cancel. And now the 15 times 3, that's 45 over 1. Is that okay?
I think so.
All right, let's try another one. What is 25% of 50? So again, I'll help out here. Let's call 25% 25 over 100. Of means multiply by 50.
So would we just do the same thing where we'd swap them and then cancel out two of the zeros, and then it would be a 10?
Only one of the zeros.
No?
Yeah, one of the zeros. So it
Because
would be
there's a 1 in the 50?
That's right.
Or a 1 0 in the 50?
Yes. So everything you said was great. It's 50 over 100. You can only cancel those.
So 5 and 10, and then it would be just 25 over 1 on the other side?
Yeah. Okay, but you can do more, because is there a number that goes into both 5 and 10?
5.
That's right. So you can divide that by 5 and that by 5. So that's 1 over 2. And then 25 is still here. So now this becomes 25 times 1 is 25 over 2. Is that okay? Can you tell me what that is as a decimal?
No.
So think of 25 as 24.
Why?
Plus 1. What is 24 over 2? Do you agree 24 plus 1 gets you back to 25?
Yeah.
And 24 divided by 2 is 12. And 1/2 is the 0.5.
Do you always do that where you just erase one number and then add it and then do that?
You can when it's over 2. 2 is kind of that nice one. Things work out, in half like that.
How can you always convert fractions into decimals? Don't you have to multiply or divide the bottom by top or top by bottom?
Yes. Yeah. It's this one. Well, this is one of the ones that works out nicely. Like 2 is a good bottom. 4 is a good bottom. 5 is a good bottom. And then from there's not that many. But don't get carried away with that, because like the big part is this stuff that we did to start. So let's try another one here. What is 15% of 60? Okay. So 15% is 15 over 100 of times 60. This one works out a little nicer than the last one.
So this one would be 6/10 when you swap it,
That's right.
and then
Now you can put the 10 back under the 15, or you can multiply the 15 times the 6 and keep it over 10. It's up to you.
what? Why?
Well, you're trying to reduce, so you're trying to get this down to a whole number. And see, let me just write it where it's when the 15 is over the 10, you can divide both of those by 5, for example. No, that not clear.
No,
Okay. So let's not do it that way. What is 15 times 6?
I'm not sure.
So 90 over 10. So now you can do the same thing. The zeros cancel like that. So you're left with just 9. Can I give you one to try now? That's not too overwhelming, I hope.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do what is 25% of 800?
Uh,
And if you need help with that fraction, let me know, but it's the same as all the other ones we've been doing.
yeah, it would be 25/100.
That's right.
And then if you would swap it, you could cancel out both the zeros.
You can, that's right. And then what's left?
You would divide, or not divide, you'd multiply 25 by 8.
Good.
I have to.
So you can work that out to the side, but sometimes it's easier to think of it as quarters. So like 25, 25, and 25, and 25, that's 4 quarters. That makes up 100. And then another 4 quarters is another 100. So this is our 8 quarters. So what is 100 plus 100?
Oh, I already got
Oh, you got it?
200. I
Okay.
just did it really
Okay.
fast.
Got it. Oh,
Multiplication on the
good. Good.
side.
Awesome. Okay. Can we move on to some polynomial stuff now? Or do you want to do more of these sort of percent problems?
I guess polynomial stuff.
Okay. All right. So let me grab, because you said you've seen some of this before. So let me just make sure that we're covering the basics here. Okay. Here's one for you to look at. What is 4x squared plus 1x squared? How many x squareds are there?
2, so that would be it would be a like something
Okay, so let me
term.
back up here.
No.
They both have an x squared in it. That's for sure. But you end up adding the numbers.
Oh, are you asking me to add it?
Yeah. So it's 4 plus 1, and then the x squareds come down, or the x squared comes down. So it's 5x squared.
I'm confused.
Okay. So think of it, we've got like an egg shortage right now. If you have 4 eggs plus 1 egg, how many eggs do you have?
Oh wait, this is like simplifying. Never mind.
Yes,
This isn't
yes.
like doing PEMDAS. Okay.
No.
Then yeah,
So
it would
it's
be 5x2 or x4, right? Because you would add both
5x.
of those exponents, or no?
No,
Is that different?
that's different. That's something else.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Now let's say you had something a little bit different here. 2y cubed minus 4y cubed Your answer has a y cubed in it. Like that part just comes down. But you
Yeah,
have to
'cause
be up. You have
it
to
would
be.
be a negative number, right?
That's right.
It's like you add it and then okay, so it would be like 4 minus 2, and then you'd use a sign from the bigger number, which is a negative, so it would be a minus 2,
I wish
right?
I have students that I wish said it exactly as good as you just did right there. That was perfect. Yeah, that was so good. 4, take the larger, subtract the smaller, and then take the sign from the bigger. That was excellent. Okay, let's try another one here. What is 8x plus x? 8x
Would
plus
it
x.
be 8x2 or x
There's
squared
there's a
or no?
there's a 1x.
Or would be so anytime there's just a variable by itself, you add a 1, or yeah, but
Yes.
there's a 1 there. That's
Yes.
what I always forget about.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
so it would be 9x.
good. Good, very good. Let's look at another one here. What is 3b minus b?
Um, that would be 2b.
2b. Very good. Now, your expressions can have more than one letter in it. So if it's 4ab plus 3ab minus 2ab, do you see that these all have an ab in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're
Which,
all like, and then you would do like 4 plus 3 minus 2.
that's right. 4 plus 3 minus 2. AB, what is that?
So it would be 5ab.
5ab. You got it. Okay, now the following are unlike. Okay, so let's look at an unlike example. What is x plus y? It is x plus y.
Yeah, because you can't combine unlike terms.
That's right. X squared plus x is x squared plus x. They have to have the same exponent to be able to combine them. So you will see some problems like this coming up, but you really have to you have to see these as being different. X squared is different than x. I mean, when they're different letters, that's one thing. So a plus b plus a times b, these are also all different. They're all different. Any
Okay,
questions on that?
I think I remember
Okay,
the
so
basics of this part.
I'm gonna give you some examples here. And they're all simplified. The instructions for all these are to simplify, which really means to combine like terms. Bless you.
Thank
I've heard a lot of people are sick right now. I hope it's not too serious, and hope you can get better soon.
But yeah, I'm on the tail end of it because I didn't have a voice a couple days ago, so getting mucus out now.
Good,
Taking
good,
Mucinex.
good. All right, minus 5x plus 3y minus 2x plus 6y. Okay. So what I like to do, and I've obviously got the little advantage of having the different colors here right available, but I like to circle the like terms. And then if it helps, you can even rewrite them down below.
Yeah, and then I put them all together at the end.
That's
But
right. Do you have a question?
I forgot the rule for adding, or no, you would be subtracting.
They're same sign, so that tells you that you keep the sign and then you add the numbers without the sign.
Okay, that's the rule for it. All
Yes.
right, so it would be negative 7x, and then um plus 9y.
Yes. Any questions on that?
I think that makes sense.
Okay, let's try another here. 2x squared minus 3y squared minus 4x squared plus 5y squared. Can you try this one on your own, please?
Yes. 3 4. Is it negative x squared plus 2y squared or positive 2y squared?
It's negative 2x squared and then plus 2y squared.
Yeah, that.
Maybe you wrote that, but I heard something slightly different, but that's good. That's really
Oh
good.
no, because I said plus, and then my other tutor's really weird about like saying plus when we mean a positive number. So then I corrected myself and meant said positive 2.
Good. That's great. So let's look at some of these other problems that you might see. These are going to just get a little more complicated here. How about 3x squared y minus 4x squared y plus 3x minus 2x. So hopefully you see that the first two,
Yeah, the first two would be the likes, and then the
yes,
second two would also be likes.
yeah, and they have to match up perfectly. It's got to be x squared and a y, and x squared and a y, an x and an
Yeah, it's
x.
got to have all the matching
Yes,
variables and exponents in the same place too. Like it wouldn't work if it was like xy squared, x
that's right.
squared y.
That's exactly right.
So it would be negative 1 x squared y,
Good.
and then positive 1x.
Positive 1x. Good. Okay, now I've got some standardized questions here that are perfect for this topic that we're doing. So let's take a look here at them. It's exactly what you've been doing, but just in the standardized form where there's some multiple choice to go with them. So let's take a look here. It says which of the following is equivalent to the expression above. All right. So quite a bit there. You get 2xy squared plus 3x minus 4 plus 3xy squared minus 8x plus 4. A really good strategy is to, again, find the like terms and know to
Then you
combine
can
them.
kind of weed out the answers that don't match.
And that's a test taking strategy. Absolutely. Yeah. So go ahead and see if you can tell me the correct answer for this one.
Because 5xy squared is always the top, obviously, and then there's
Notice they all have that, so that doesn't help you much, but it is
yeah,
good to know.
and then it would be like negative 5x, and
Okay,
then
so you're down to A or C.
it would be C, because then there's one last variable there that doesn't have anything else that would match. It would be 4 and 4, and it would be a negative 8, right?
So
So
it
it would
maybe
be
it's hard to
C.
say. It's negative 4 plus 4 though. Like your logic is good because
Oh,
you're thinking, oh, there is
because
a
that's
last
a
term.
negative and that's a plus.
Yeah,
So
and it
it
ends up
would just cancel itself out.
that's right. So the answer is actually A here. So let's try another one. I got another one of these that's maybe a bit easier, touch easier. So this would be good for you to try on your own here. All right, here we go. Take a look at that, see what you come up with.
Beef. X2 because it's all by itself, and then 4. So that one would be D.
It is D. Good. Sometimes I think the multiple choice are easier because of the,
Yeah, I find them a little easier
yeah.
because it's
So
more like a one of them has to be right, and you can weed them out by which ones are obviously don't fit. Not
So
fitting.
let's do one more of these, and then we're going to look at subtracting polynomials and the distributive property after this.
Okay.
So take a look at this, see what you come up with.
Uh, 4, and then
And is there any answers that you can eliminate? That's another sort of,
you can't you eliminate all of them except for C because 13x squared is by itself. I don't see another x squared.
that is correct.
Okay.
So yeah, that's even better than what I was going to have you do. So, okay, very good. Now let's look at some new problems here. So here's something you might see. It'd be something like this, like 2x plus 4 parentheses minus 3x minus 5. Okay.
Is
And
this
this
where you
is,
do FOIL?
you distribute. This is the distributive property. Where FOIL comes after this,
Oh,
like
okay.
couple sessions down the road.
Is FOIL for multiplying polynomials?
Exactly. Yeah. FOIL
Okay.
is for absolutely for multiplying. Yes. But here you're actually distributing. There's really a -1 right here, and you're going to distribute that in to both of these. Have you seen that before? Is that at all familiar?
Yeah, I have, and I always forget about the putting the 1, and that's where I always get confused with that.
Yes, you almost want to write it this way, where it's -1 times 3x plus -1 times -5.
The
See how you're multiplying both of these?
yeah.
And then you just bring the 2x plus 4 down.
So yeah, you don't do anything with the first parentheses, right? You only add it
Nothing.
after the second to
That's right.
distribute. Okay.
That's right. So now -1 times 3x is -3x. -1 times -5 is +5. Now notice this here. How does -3x compare to 3x? What's the difference between -3x and 3x? Do you see that it's just negated?
Yeah.
So this
And then the
3x,
5 is positive now.
that's right. So another way that I like to say it, because I think this is more helpful, is that you change the signs.
Okay.
So 3x was positive, now it's negative. 5 was negative, now it's positive. So let me just rewrite it here. 2x plus 4 plus -3x plus 5. I want you to combine like terms here. Combine like terms. Tell me what you come up with.
The -3 and the 2x would be the -1x, and then it would be just +9.
Good. Really good. So this
And so
chain,
you have to do that. That's at the end of distributing. You have to combine like terms and
yes,
get it to like the smallest amount.
yes.
Sort of like simplifying.
It is
Or
simplifying. Yeah, that's
yeah.
exactly what it is. So big thing here, you're changing the signs. We'll do another one here, or I'll have you try maybe, but let's say it's 3x minus 7 minus 2x minus 3. Okay, so like we talked about, there's really a 1 there. But if it's easier, I think it's easier is to just change the signs. So the 2x was positive, now it's negative. The -3 was negative, now it's positive.
Oh, that's a lot easier because then you don't have to bring it down a whole second time and multiply everything. It's
That's
it's
right.
just flip because there's a 1. Okay,
Yep.
that's easy.
Now the only thing that maybe is confusing is once you change the signs, it becomes a plus. Like this goes away, this negative, it becomes a plus when you change the signs. Because it's been carried out into the parentheses.
So
But
you
from
would
here,
put the plus in the middle right there?
yes,
Or?
yes, yes. I mean,
Okay.
there's really a plus here anyway, but it's sometimes it's not clear why that is. So now you just combine like terms. So give that a try.
So would that be a positive 1x?
Yes, and then
And then the -4?
you got it. Okay, so here's one for you to try. Make it a little more difficult here just to see if that's okay. Okay, give that one a try.
Does the flipping the signs thing still apply?
Yes,
Okay, because I was gonna
absolutely.
ask if that's why it was harder, if it was like a trick question.
No, no, I'm not. I generally give you ones just like it. I just change the numbers up, but it's the same like process, the same. Okay, we're going to change the signs. We're going to combine like terms, drop the parentheses. 1, 2, 3, go, kind of thing.
-2 x plus 4. And down plus -3. No, wait. That's, yeah, -3x, -4. Right? You make them both negative?
That's right. You change the sign of both.
And then that would make it -5x.
Good.
Yeah. And then plus -3.
Yes.
Okay.
Good. Okay. So now we can talk about the full distributive property. So we'll start with something relatively simple here. 2 times x plus 3y. Okay. 2 times parentheses x plus 3y. What is the number that's in front of x that's not written?
1.
1. So this 2, and sometimes you show arrows, it goes to both the 2 and the 3. So this would be 2x plus 6y.
So the way to tell the difference is if it's just a regular number in front of the parentheses, then you would do this full distribute. But if it's the 2 in parentheses with the plus in the middle, you would do the other distribute.
We're gonna do some negative distributing, but I'm trying to just lead into it with this example.
Okay.
Maybe if you only could say it one more time, I kind of lost track of it, but
Oh,
um,
sorry.
Because it sounded right. I think you understand, and you're just trying to put some words out there, and they don't have to match like the official words because you do understand it. So let's try another one here. Let's try
I just
5.
want to know when I have to do certain rules and when I have to do other rules.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, so this time you're going to distribute the 5 to everything inside parentheses one at a time. So what is 5 times 6?
30.
Plus, what is 5 times 2?
10.
10x, and then 5 times -3, or 5 times 3.
For what would you do for multiplying the positive by a negative number?
So a positive times a negative is always negative.
Oh, okay.
And
So,
negative
and it would
times,
be it, so it would be a if they're the and then if they're the same sign, a negative and a negative would be a positive,
that's right.
and then a positive, yeah, obviously, but it would be 15 negative 15x squared.
Squared, yeah. Can you combine anything here?
No.
No, good answer. Okay, now we're gonna put some negatives in front. So let's say it's -3 times 5x minus 2y, okay? So we're gonna do this a little bit differently than I think they typically teach. We're gonna first change the signs just to see if this is better for you. So if we change the signs, it becomes minus 5x plus 2y. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, and then
And that-
would the thing at the front become positive too?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Change signs of everything. Now you distribute in just like we've been doing. So can you tell me what this becomes?
So it would be 15x
Negative?
plus, yeah, negative 15x plus 6y.
Yes. Now you can try to do it all in one step, but you have to remember to change the signs because of whether it's a positive times a negative. But I think you might like this approach.
Do you have to flip the signs back at the end or no?
No, 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 no,
Is
no.
that just how it ends up? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
like,
let's
yeah, I like the flipping the signs best, I think.
okay. So let's try another one here. Let's go -6 times x plus 2y minus 3xy. Okay. And again, it's always a good idea to put something in front of the like a variable if you're not sure what it
Yeah.
is.
It would be negative 1x
Good.
negative y
2y.
plus 3,
Yep.
or yeah, shit, negative 2y plus 3xy,
You
and
got it.
then positive 6
That's
in the
right. So
front.
now when you distribute, what does it become?
Negative 6x negative 12y
Good.
negative,
It's positive here.
oh no, wait, yeah, positive because it got flipped, positive 18xy,
Good.
and then you
Good.
couldn't combine any of that because
There's nothing to
they're all
combine.
different.
Right. Okay, so we're ready. We've built up to being able to do an actual problem, and I'm going to do it in pieces here. -2 times 4x minus 3y. I want you to simplify this for me.
So it would be a negative 4x positive 3y, and then a
Okay.
positive 2, and then it would be negative 8x and plus 5y.
6y.
Oh yeah, because
Okay,
that's a 3, not a 2.
but here's
Oh no,
the
wait, that's a 4.
here's the original problem now. 5x minus 9y minus 2 times 4x. So this is, let me put it in a box here. This is what the original problem would be. Okay. But everything you did is correct. And then you have to do it that way. But you bring down this 5x minus 9y. So now can you combine any like terms?
Where'd the 5x minus 9y is? Did you just put that there? That didn't come
Yeah,
from any of the. Okay,
yeah.
just
I don't,
making sure I didn't miss a step.
what I'm saying is that like the original problem is this, but I want you to focus in on this part to start.
On what you would do, and then you
Yes,
would just bring the first part of it down, and then you
exactly.
would simplify everything.
Yes.
So you would put the 8 and 5 and 9 and 6 together because they have the same variable.
Yep. Can you give me the final answer when you do all that?
Let's see. So it'd be negative 40x.
You're adding and subtracting, not
No.
multiplying.
Oh, I'm adding and subtracting.
Yeah, it's because you just said it's 5x minus 8x
Oh yeah.
minus 9y plus 6y, like that.
Wait, the multiplying is with the distributing.
That's
Okay.
right. That's
And
over.
then so yeah, so it would be negative 3x.
Good.
It would be another negative. Let's see.
Hmm.
3. Another negative 3y.
Very good. Okay, we know enough now for you to try some wonderful, lovely standardized test questions here. So I've got one I'll snip in. Actually, we don't want to do that one first. Let's go back up and do this other one first. Here we go. All right, here we go. All right, it says, which expression is equivalent to 2x squared minus 4 minus 3x squared plus 2x minus 7?
Yeah. All right. That out real fast. 4. So I could just flip the signs on everything again?
Yep, yep.
And only everything in the parentheses for this one, right? Or does does the negative one also get flipped?
So are you asking about the negative in between?
Oh, that doesn't exist after
That's
we're
right.
done, right? Okay.
Or it flips to a positive like we talked about.
Okay. So then it would be positive 3 to negative 2x, positive 7, and then is that right for the distributing? It would be positive 3x. Okay, yeah. And then bring down 2x. 5x2, so it's got to be A or B, and then
I agree. It's either A or B. That's good.
2 the 2 oh that's the 2x is negative, so it's A, right? Because it's by itself.
That's right. Very good. All right, here's another one to look at that's very similar. The answers are going to be like this, where they're going to look really similar, and you've got to be able to quickly distinguish between them, just like you're doing. All right, here you go. Here's another one to try.
Positive 3x squared plus negative 5, and then negative 5, and it would be either A or C, right? Because you would add the negatives and keep the sign.
Yeah, if you're looking at the -8, yeah, it's either A or C. I agree. It's good to cross out the ones that are not there, so you're not distracted by them.
And then it would be 4x2, right? Because you put a 1 before that
Very good.
x2.
Okay, here's another one to look at. It's different than what we've been doing, but it's still the distributive property. So let's take a look at this. So which of the following is equivalent to 3 times x plus 5 minus 6? And I know this is different. We haven't done one like this yet, but you do know enough to try it at least.
Do
And
I
if
just
you're,
keep that? Do I just keep that -6 at the end by itself?
that's right.
Or no? Okay,
Yep.
so it would be D
Uh,
because it's the only one that has -6 at by itself. Or do we have to add that to something? Oh wait, no, because we put it at the end.
you should use the
So-
distributive property. And you should distribute that 3. Do you see the arrows there to the x and the 5?
Yeah, so it would be 3 times 1x, which
That's
would be
right.
3x,
Good.
and then 15 plus 15, and then -6, and then
Yes.
it would be 3x. It would be C.
It would be C. Yep. Very good. All right, let's do at least one more here. Doing great. All right. Go ahead and take a look at this one, see what you come up with.
Is this one simplifying?
Yeah, they're all simplifying. They're all doing the same thing. When it says equivalent, it means after you've simplified which one looks like it. Excuse me.
So it would be -6x3 because I'm distributing for the second one, right?
I agree.
And then -2x squared plus 1x,
Good.
and then you done the 4x or 4x cubed minus 5x squared plus 3, and then -2x3. So it would either be B or C, right? Because it
I
would
agree.
start with -2x3.
And like
And
what
then,
you should notice is the only difference between them is that one there. So that's where you got to decide between which one is it.
yeah. So let's see. Would it be B?
It is B.
Okay.
All right, really good. So we're going to stop right there.